around my castle this very night. It is not very safe to be out in the woods at this time, at night. Who I am, it does not really matter, does it? I have lived in this castle my whole life, and my family before me. Long have I walked the stairs of this prison. Therefore it is delightful to have guests, talking to bones. Seldom gives you an inspiration. Yes, it is a cold castle I live in, unfortunately. But it hasn't always been that way. What country are you from? Yes, I heard about it, but I have never visited. Then you are not familiar with the story of the castle of the devil. Yes, sounds quite intriguing, doesn't it? Quite intriguing indeed. Let us bring some light into darkness. Darkness has fallen across the land, and midnight hour is close at hand. There we have some light in the dark. So you have never heard about the castle of the devil. I will tell you. It was my ancestor, long time ago, medieval times. The poor man has lost his only child and daughter from the plague, the Black Death. He was devastated, crushed, and he cursed God and asked, "Why would you do such a thing? I have been a loyal servant in your army against evil my whole life, and this is how you pay me." But God did not answer. He never does he? So, what did he do? He did not let his flame burn out. Instead, he demanded answer from the devil. How could a man be treated so badly? But Satan did not answer. Oh, I will continue indeed. I will continue. My ancestor did something few dream about doing. He was so angry that he decided to call upon Satan in the flesh. He did rituals. Nothing worked. He screamed out in the night, "Satan, Satan, come to me and tell me why I have been treated so unfairly." But only darkness and silence greeted him. so, he thought, that if I turn this castle into hell itself, to make it comfy for the devil, then he must come. From that day, he hired humans of lower intellect, people who would do anything for little gold. One would say criminals and murderers today. And they gathered victims for him. He built pits filled with crimson lava, wheels of agonizing torture. The screams echoed in the night, but the devil did not hear his prayers. People in the village started to become suspicious of my ancestor. And rightly so. One night they gathered and marched towards this very castle. What they found inside was beyond words. Pots were cooking over the stove. Inside, barely alive humans with their flesh boiled off. The lava pits were red hot and people were dangling over. Fire touching their whole bodies. People spiked through their whole bodies, was crying out for mercy. It was the inferno. It was hell. And on a throne sat my ancestor, covered in blood. They carried him away and took him to the tower and imprisoned him for 2 years while they decided what to do with him. In the end, they teared my ancestor's limbs from his body and decapitated him. But the last word he said made the whole town chill. One of the priests went up to him, looked him in his eyes, and said, "Who are you?" And my ancestor screamed of laughter. He looked at the priest and said, "Well, can't you see? I am the devil." And then he died, passed away. What's the moral of the story, you might wonder? If you search too long for something, you might become what you search for. My ancestor surely became that devil he so eagerly sought. And now, this is my home in the darkness. And today marks the anniversary of my ancestors' untimely death. Isn't it precious that I got guests this very day? But please, 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 where are my manners? Allow me to give you a sip of my castle's best wine, the year. Well, you better try it yourself. There you go. Doesn't it taste wonderful? Yes. You look sleepy. Perhaps it would be best if you went to sleep. If you went to sleep in your room that has has been prepared for you. Go to sleep while I make preparations. You see, the devil can never die. He lives on. And you know, he exists even